His numbers on the season, nearly 61% completions. He's thrown for over 2,200 yards and 20 touchdowns against 9 picks, including 5 last week.
Well, they did get the win on Dylan Thompson's arm last week, but maybe his best game passing since 2012 versus the hated rival of South Carolina in a victory over Clemson. They're not going to want to have to ride his arm in this ball game.
Thompson lets it go for the first time, and that's complete to Demir Byrd to near midfield. On play action, Thompson has time, uncorks one deep, and just overthrew Byrd. Byrd had man coverage once again. Here comes the blitz. Thompson takes a hit from the backside. He goes down face first after Jordan Williams.
He does very often. They blitz less than really conference average him up.
43% their conversion rate on 3rd down. They went for it a ton on 4th down last week. To the outside, and that's complete but short of the sticks to Nick Jones. On the slant, knocked away. Great coverage.
Jumps all over this route. He can feel it. And look at him break on the ball and get his hand.
High numbers of passing yardage that Thompson put up last week. Thompson chased, and he's able to dump it off to his tight end. That's good for a South Carolina first down. Down the backfield with Mike Davis. Thompson trying to swing it to him. This is Davis down the sideline trying to outrun guys. And he's got a nifty move back to the inside.
Well, Mike Davis is a physical runner, but he's also an excellent receiver.
Play action to Davis. Deep out. That's complete to Cooper, and he pays the price. Thompson goes to the shotgun. Pressure coming. Thompson lets one go deep. Well overthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And Coleman inside the 20. Tennessee in business.
Take a look right up here. We're going to see what happens, whether or not. Nah, that's just that's a bad ball initially from Dylan Thompson. He and Demir Byrd clearly on
ruling
different pages.
An interception.
On the very first play. This time they go underneath the Adams, his second grab of the night. And the tight end. 8 in the box for Tennessee. Thompson finds Cooper, makes the first man miss, and gets an extra yard by staying in bounds. So they go to Cooper. Somehow he found a soft spot
to get downhill in the run game.
Steve Spurrier said was so important. That is a bullet behind his receiver trying to find Demir Byrd. Here comes pressure straight up the middle. Thompson took a bump, got rid of it. Incomplete juggling attempt by Jarrell Adams.
Really influencing the throw. As you see Dylan Thompson trying to deliver the football, and Adams, I think he could feel it isn't going to be a pass play.
It's a pass play this time. Thompson goes to the edge. Nice hands catch by Demir Byrd. South Carolina taking its time tempo-wise on this drive. Great coverage downfield. Thompson trying to direct traffic. Thompson's coming off of a game where he threw for more than 400 yards against Alabama. This time it's Cooper. Cooper's got midfield. Threw on the brakes, but dragged down from behind by.
Because he's begging to hurt you. You see him right here, this time in the slot. And he's going to end up sliding out. You'll see this is a busted coverage, clearly.
Thompson down the hash, complete. Cooper hung on.
Because he was getting punished, but he hangs on to the football. He's not scared. Largely on the ground, one back power, and they ran it right down their throat.
Dylan Thompson trying to set up the screen and nowhere to go. So come in a couple of years earlier, I would have ended up in Knoxville. Thompson fires one to the outside. This is Cooper again. Thompson nearly hit from behind, goes deep. It is incomplete. Demir Byrd was his intended receiver.
That time, because that ball hung on Dylan Thompson. You see the pressure just getting there. A hair late. Derek Barnett from his defensive end position. And you can see the ball hung just enough for Cameron Sutton to
quarters for Steve Spurrier this season. This offense has gone into hibernation in the fourth quarter of their losses. Pressured again. Flicks it down the sideline to Cooper, somehow wide open.
It still ended up with pressure as Barnett fought through the block, and A.J. Johnson is there, but again, come up and make the tackles. You see Barnett blow right through Brandon Wilds.
To the turf. 7 grab for Cooper over the century mark. Thompson steps up, buys time, taken down from behind. They're coming free, both of them, to the end zone. Incomplete. Nick Jones.
Well, eyes open if they can slip a receiver behind the secondary.
Incomplete. Tennessee only brings 3. Thompson over the middle. Against the zone, it's complete. Inside the 40.
This time, it's Adams from his tight end position. And you see him slipping right over the football in the soft part of the zone.
Blitz coming. Thompson off his back foot. Cooper lost it.
But this time, and Pharaoh Cooper looked that catch all the way in.
Back to the running game a little bit. They were way out of balance in the second quarter. Thompson to Cooper. Good hands. 1 of 2 tonight. Good protection. Thompson didn't think so. He scrambles. Gets past Barnett.
Up. As you see Thompson, he's got a nice clean pocket to work with, and he misses a shot. Ultimately flushed a little bit early, taking some shots.
That's complete to Terrell Adams, the tight end.
With that play this year.
48 yards in the second half for Wilds. Thompson on the rollout. End zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Pharaoh Cooper again.
See Pharaoh Cooper working off the line of scrimmage. He's walked right up on. That time it was Justin Coleman. A 22 quarterback rating.
Thompson will keep it. Can't outrun Tennessee in games.
You can see it. Well, they'll go to the pass, and the difficulties arise there.
Incomplete. Trying to find Shaq rolling.
The function of touchdowns to interceptions. 2 touches, 5 picks in the fourth quarter by Dylan Thompson.
3rd and 11. Pharaoh Cooper got free. How did that happen? And he will win the foot race.
They like him in the middle of their trip set. This time matched up with Justin Coleman, and he just runs right by him, right down the seam. And Dylan Thompson, we just get done chronicling his struggles in the fourth quarter. 9.5 minutes to play yet, of course, to milk some clock and maintain possession of the ball. Kind of working with a little bit better field position than they did on the previous possession.
Blitz was coming. Thompson over the middle. Incomplete. One of those, the tight end, Adams. Same side as Cooper. Thompson trying to look that way. They flush in the opposite way. Directing traffic. Stops, takes a hit, and goes down. Quarterback sack for Tennessee and Kirk Magid.
Dylan Thompson, once again, the protection is not bad initially, but there's nowhere to go with the football downfield. Everyone gloved. That time, throw the football back.
Second sack for Tennessee tonight. Thompson has room to run if he wants to. Now he will tuck it to the 30, and he gets forward for the first down. Decimated by coaching turnover and the loss of talent. And Butch Jones is trying to rebuild. And they get a sack on Dylan Thompson as Barnett comes in and throws him to the ground. Pressure coming. Thompson taken down. Quarterback sack.
Watch him get upfield quickly and close. Get skinny on the edge versus Brandon Shell, who was banged up earlier. And Kurt Magid is rounding into form. 52-yard field goal if they don't make any yards.
Edge is crashing again. They got him again.
This time it's the left end. Derek Barnett working against Corey Robinson. And he just edges him right now. Both of them speed rushes, doing nothing but going backwards.
Their kicker's long is 45 this season. 3rd and 25. Dylan Thompson running for his life. And a 4th and 25 coming up. Thompson threw it away.